Hello, this is the Harmony and Light. I'm Mary. I give a conservative perspective about the world around me. So, my introductions. Feedback is really important. Feel free to reach out to me either through email, Substack, X, and of course fill up those comments on YouTube. And now I do comedic shorts, so I will provide that link for you in this episode. And I'll just continue that out. All right. So, some of the podcast platforms that I'm on, here we go. Spreaker, Spotify, Pandora, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Deezer, just to name a few. All right, so this episode is all involved about food from the Netherlands. And so, I'm going to do AI-generated response as a catch-all for aspects about food eaten in the fall, specifically in the Netherlands, and then go in deeper and talk about different aspects. Because I have listeners from Rotterdam, and some from Amsterdam, and I'm just going to fill it all out and talk about food from there and then give my thoughts, of course. All right, here we go. Okay, so the Netherlands. Oh, wow. The history, especially the aspect of the seaport aspect of the Netherlands, and then the aspect of paintings, specifically from in the Renaissance era, when you're getting into the aspect of oil paintings and Rembrandt and people and, Flemish painters of his aspects. And if I'm not mistaken, Peter the Elder and Van Dyck, those painters and those aspects of it's just captivating, and how they not only with the attention to detail and attention to aspect of the realistic depiction of humans, and then the interactions in everyday life, of how the artistry that they took to be creative in the thought process about humanity. So Van Dyck, with this, now thinking about, I think it's him. So the image that I'm thinking about is some man and a woman, and she's with child, and then you see all these different subtle things that are in the painting. And then it's quite interesting, someone did a really in-depth analysis of it, and it's this where really is a Christian representation of Mary with child, with Jesus, and you take the liberty to say that this man is Joseph. And then the aspect of writing, the Van Dyck writing his name and all that, that's just wonderful. And how that translates next to Peter Bruegel, Peter the Elder, with his depiction of metaphorical aspects of modernity. So, for instance, you have Icarus, people, merchants are going about their day to day, and then Icarus' legs are sticking in the sea, not knowing they're, too encapsulated with what they're doing with their day to day, not understanding that there's a Greek figure here among us, telling us a story. And then that's very clever and witty. And so when you get into the aspects, and I appreciate the people from the Netherlands who listen to me, thank you so much. And, feel free to give me feedback about all of this. And, where you'll just want to give me thoughts about food in general, other things. As far as your aspect of American culture, things like that, feel free to email me. And that's the best way to get to me. And Substack and X and all of that. And I'll provide those links, of course, in this episode. But here we go with food. And then it is linking that to the aspect of how does that connect with food, about how it's thought about food, and how food is another way for a culture, society to say something about what they think and how they feel. And so going into it, that's something to look at and take a second look at. And my whole reason behind addressing the aspects of food and culture on Fridays. Okay, so here we go. All right, so says this is the AI generated response. Says fall foods in the Netherlands. It says, forgive me for the pronunciation. So it says, based on the provided source search results, here are some traditional Dutch foods associated with fall season. Stampot, a hearty, comforting dish made with mashed potatoes, kale, or spinach, and sometimes smoked sausage. It's a popular food in the fall in the Netherlands. Pea soup, a thick, warming soup made with split peas, vegetables, and sometimes sausage or ham. It's a traditional dish, Dutch dish, often served during the fall and winter months. Kroten, deep-fried ragout rolls covered in a thick crust, often served with mustard. They are a popular snack in the Netherlands and can be enjoyed during the fall season. So, frikandel, deep-fried, skinless minced meat, sausages, similar to Dutch-style hot dogs. That's neat. They are a popular fast food snack in the Netherlands and can be enjoyed during the fall. And let's see. Oldie bowling, deep-fried dough balls, dusted with powdered sugar, often served during the fall and winter holiday seasons. And apple pie, Dutch apple pie, of course. And especially thinking about apple pie is so good. Excuse me. But the deep dish, thick crust apple pie, specifically with the Dutch pies and how that translates and how it's delivered in America, it's truly something spectacular. So it says serve either if you want whipped cream or vanilla ice cream. It's a popular dessert during the fall. And Christo, a sweetbread loaf traditionally baked during Christmas celebrations, often flavored with spices like cinnamon, nutmeg, and ginger. All right, so here are some of the sources. Say, I am expat.nl. It's a ethnobiomed, travel, and then traveladdicts.net, just to name a few. So here we go. I'm going to wrap everything up by going into this article here. So it is I am expat. So traditional Dutch foods. All right, so it says, and I'm going to go in more details, what I already said from the AI generated response, and I'm going to go into more details. It says, the more well-known Dutch dishes are generally filling and warm due to the Netherlands' cold winter. Here are some well-known traditional Dutch dishes. So, says this AVAT, this standard term for Dutch AVG jit. Dutch dinner stands for aardappel, bilis, groenten. Forgive me about the pronunciation of that, or potato, meat, and vegetables. A lot of Dutch households tend not to go for an exiting dish so much as a combination of these basic essentials. Pea soup. Pea soup is a thick, hearty split pea soup with sausage and vegetables, often consumed during winter. A day after preparation, the soup has thickened and more meat is added, after which it becomes snert. Hutspot. Potato, carrot, and onion mash, often eaten in the winter, usually with meat on the side. Stamppot. Potato mash and leftovers or other ingredients like kale, endive, cabbage, or sauerkraut, often served with meat on the side, smoked sausage, and gravy. Hetchie. Meat, fish, or poultry and vegetables is stewed in a thick gravy with vinegar, cloves, and laurel leaves. Brown pea soup. This is a typical winter soup, slowly prepared over many hours with brown beans, vegetables, and various meats and spices like cloves, juniper berries, and thyme. Pancakes. Dutch pancakes are large enough to fill a big frying pan and are usually eaten for dinner rather than for breakfast. Pancake houses often serve them with various fillings ranging from syrup, powdered sugar, and apple to cheese, spinach, and bacon. And it goes on to say Harshenendal. So this is a variation of Russian salad made with eggs, potatoes, pickles, vinegar, and mayonnaise, and it's served cold as a side dish. And they have other articles if you're interested. It goes into details about Dutch recipes, Dutch beer, breakfast, Dutch foods are for special occasions, and region-specific foods. So I'm going to read about Dutch foods for special occasions, with it being the holidays are coming up here. Okay, hold on just a minute if I can get it. If I can get it. Let's see. Screwing up on me. Hold on. Here we go. Let me go to see if I can get it. All right, here we go. It says Dutch foods for special occasions. So, here are some examples of what can be prepared for such occasions. So, Bishmut meat. This is Dutch crisp let me say that again. Dutch crisp bakery or baked goods. Excuse me. Sprinkled with mice or sugared ascend seeds, often colored blue or pink, and served to celebrate a birth. That's so cute. So it looks like sprinkles, and I guess that's how they pronounce mice or sugar, and Dutch. And it's really cute because they have an aspect of if it's a boy or a girl, they're different sprinkles with that. So, forgive me for the pronunciation. So these are little the speculas and peppermint. Little biscuits or biscuit drops made with special spice mix served around the Sternicolas holiday. Okay, 2 puff pastry rectangles with sweet custardy pastry cream in between. The top rectangle is spread with pink frosting, but it's often colored orange for King's Day. So bread, pasteboard bread this is bread made with almond paste, raisin and candied orange peels served for Easter. Kirstol, which is bread much like is much like as the pronunciation of pasche with powdered sugar on top. This is served for Christmas. And Oldenbollen. This is a dough ball filled with raisin, fried in oil, and served with powdered sugar to celebrate the new year. All right, so I am going to look this up here. So, Sinterklaas is a Dutch figure that is inspired by the character of Santa Claus. So that's what that means as far as celebrating Sinterklaas holiday. And King's Day, let me look that up. King's Day is... So this is a Dutch national holiday. So it is, let me see, because this is Wikipedia. So I am going to find an article that's not associated with Wikipedia. Let me see, find King's Day. All right, so I'm gonna go here. And so this is the talking about King's Day, and I'll link this for you. So the Dutch love of a good party is why King's Day may well be the best party in the Netherlands. It is a national holiday and celebrates King William Alexander's birthday with lots of music, dancing, flea markets, and fun fairs. So when Queen Bertiske was still head of state, Queen's Day was celebrated on April 30th. This was changed in 2014 when William Alexander ascended the throne. We have called it they have, of course, they, not me. So they're saying, this person that wrote this, they have called it King's Day ever since, and everyone, excuse me, in the Netherlands, including the royal family, celebrates King Day on April 27th. If King Day falls on a Sunday, the celebration will be moved to Saturday, April 26th. Traditionally, the king and his family visit a different Dutch municipality each year, which allows the locals to show off their city and the surrounding areas in their own unique, festive way. In recent years, the city of Eindhoven and Maastricht and Amersfoort were among those chosen to be the backdrop for the day of celebration. Most spectators dress in orange from head to toe and proudly wave Dutch flags or paint the small tricolor on their cheeks. So why orange? So, this is because the royal family bears the name House of Orange. And As a result of it, it became the national color. But how did this come about? Well, it originated with William of Orange. He was born William Nassau Dillenburg in 1533. At the age of 11, he inherited the Principality of Orange in the south of France, thus becoming a sovereign monarchy. His full name then became William of Orange Nassau, or William of Orange for short. He held the Dutch revolt against Spain, and when he captured the city and then borrowed from Spain, people used orange as a symbol color for the first time. He is considered the father of the fatherland. Dutch people wear orange as a symbol of national unity and a sign of pride. And there you go. Again, having a sense of where you are, having a sense of pride in your nation. And that's wonderful to see how that translates into different cultures. And that's good to hold on to your traditions, whether it be internationally. And of course, me being an American, it's important to be appreciative of where I came from, of who I am as an American, and also translating that and being appreciative of how wonderful that is, and when people of other countries celebrate that and hold true to their national pride. And, it's unfortunate when people don't understand that, especially when you get in the aspect of traveling abroad, being appreciative of that aspect of their culture and understanding more in depth about things. And when you're visiting, just understanding about that aspect and being respectful of things, and then two, being presented in the aspect of being prideful of who you are as an American and everything, but also translating the differences, cultural differences when you travel abroad, and how that makes us more united by doing that. All right, with that said, this reaches the end of the Harboring Light. And of course, tune in, turn up, and absolutely take care out there. Bye-bye.